Hi guys, hope you guys are doing great. Now, I have been asked this question many times and on popular demand as to what is the best diet or what diet do I follow. Now, this question has been asked many times and it is long due. Actually, I did not make a video on this or did not answer this because actually I do not follow a diet. I'll come to that as to why. So, first of all, when somebody asks what is the best diet, now it is a bit, it's a bit sad that that we ask this question because simple common sense should prevail that in this world there are more than 200 countries, and within 200 countries there are several states or cities which have different cultures. Now, most of these cultures have different diets. So there are more than maybe 500 or 1000 diets in the whole world. Now, is it logical to say that there is one such diet which is the best amongst all these things, all these diets? Is it logical? So, this is simple common sense that we should apply, that there is no such thing called one best diet. If we at all have to say that what is the best diet and which encompasses all these 1000 diets or maybe more, is that the regional diet. So automatically, because every region has a different diet, and we can't say that it is bad or it is good, because everybody is following this since ages. So there cannot be any one diet, and if at all, it can be a regional diet. So the best diet that is possible is a regional diet, and that is what I follow. Number one. Number two, I don't like the word diet itself because somehow it gives a very negative impression that as soon as you go in on a diet, you think about deprivation and starvation and etc. So it gives a very negative feeling. If at all I use a word, it can be nutrition, which gives a more positive thing that you are nurturing your body, you're giving it nutritious food. But even then, I wouldn't like to call that because as soon as you again say that I am on a nutrition plan or I am on a diet plan, automatically you are telling yourself and to the world that you are doing something which is temporary. Because if you are on a diet, you will soon get off it. That is simple logic. So anything which is temporary will not work as far as health and fitness is concerned. For in order to enjoy good health and fit body for a long term, you have to do something on a permanent basis, something which is sustainable. So as soon as we say that we are on a diet, we automatically give the signal to ourselves that this is a temporary feature and soon it will not be there, and hence it will not give us a permanent result. So I prefer it calling neither diet nor nutrition. I would like to call it lifestyle. And more than diet or more than nutrition or more than anything else, I focus more on habits rather than following a particular diet here or there. So what are these habits that I have developed and which I have converted into a lifestyle? Because habits are the building blocks for lifestyle. Each small habit, you take habit by habit, you develop it, and soon you make a lifestyle. So I follow a lifestyle as far as eating pattern is concerned, and I have developed small habits over a period of time which has now become my lifestyle. So what are these habits? Number one, as I said, is that I eat regional and seasonal food, because again we are in sync with nature, we are not in isolation. So nature gives us whatever is most appropriate for us in that environment, in that weather, in that region. So whatever is produced locally and seasonally will be the best for our body on that particular given place and time. Hence it is best to have regional and seasonal food, and the best way to identify is that whatever is the cheapest in the market is the most seasonal and the most regional, because as soon as it is not seasonal the cost will go up, and as soon as it is brought from somewhere else again the transportation cost will go up, so the price of the item will go up. So anything which is the cheapest in the market when you go and buy, or wherever you source your vegetables or fruits from, whatever is the cheapest on the particular day, that is the most regional and the most seasonal. So that is what I do, incorporate the regional and the seasonal items. The second is, and the most important thing is that I follow a routine. As I said, what you eat is not that important, how you eat it is more important. So I follow a routine. By routine, I mean it is fixed time of my meals, whether it is breakfast, lunch, dinner, or any other thing in between. It is more or less on a fixed time. Now, I am trying to get closer to the circadian cycle, that is with the sunrise and with the sunset, although I have not been able to do so. But I have moved on from a 9 p.m. dinner to a 7:30 or a 7 p.m. dinner, and I'm moving closer to the sunset. So I am trying to follow the circadian rhythm, and I'm trying to move closer towards it. So, but fixed time is more important. That at least even if you're not following the circadian rhythm, fix up the time of the meal. That's what I've done for the last many years, and gradually I'm reducing the time of the dinner and the other meals, and I'm coming closer towards the circadian cycle. So that's number 2. Number 3 is that I do not overeat. That's more very important, that it's important not to overeat, because generally what we eat is much more than what is required by our body. For example, even if you are having, say, an addiction to tea and you can't leave it, but then we generally have more tea than what is required by our body. For example, a person came to me when for consultation. Now, at that time, the person used to have 16 cups of tea in a day, with tea and with milk, and with milk and with sugar. So now, why did he used to have it? Because he had customers coming in his office, and so with every customer he used to have a cup of tea, and so on an average 15-16 cups of tea he had. So I just advised him that don't give up tea, but only take tea when your body craves for it, when the body demands. And he implemented that, and after a week when we reviewed the situation, the intake went down from 16 to 3. So the rest 13 were actually overeating or over drinking. And that is what you must avoid, that even if you crave for a certain item, have it, but do not indulge on it or do not overeat. So I have made this a habit of not overeating, and slowly you will see that from the 16 the person came down to 3 cups, and then gradually he can move down even to 2 cups, 1 cups, and maybe give up tea with milk and sugar at all, because that can be done gradually. So not overeating is a very important thing. Now, fasting is what I do once every 14 days. Again, fasting does not mean not eating everything, not being hungry throughout the day. It's upon you whether you want to do fruit fast or fruit and vegetables fast, or just avoid grains, or just avoid grains and pulses. It depends upon you, and you can gradually phase it into from, say, level 1 to another level. So maybe the level 1 or the basic level is just to not have, if you're a non-vegetarian, then the first level would be not to have non-veg on a given day. Or the second level would be not to have grains and pulses. Then the third level would be not to have vegetables but only fruits. And then the fourth level would be that you have fruits only once a day. Earlier you can have many times. And the final level, or the one level before, would be only water. And then you can upgrade to dry fasting. So as of now, I am into fruit fasting. I have fruit only once a day. I have again graduated from different levels, and right now I am on this level where I have fruit once a day, and once in 14 days I do a fast. So that is about the fasting. I have not included any such item from my so-called diet, if I can call it. I would like to call it lifestyle. So I have not abandoned any such item from my eating habits, from my lifestyle, although I minimize the use of packed food. So anything that comes in a package is what I try to avoid, and I focus more on raw food and natural food. So as I mentioned, that only packaged food is what I avoid. Apart from that, I also try to minimize refined and processed food, whether it is refined grains, refined oil, or refined sugar. That is another thing which I avoid in my eating habits. So that is the next point. Of course, the very important thing is that you should not have junk in your house. If you are having a lot of junk stored in your house, then it is very difficult for you to avoid eating junk, and so no junk should be kept in the house. That is what I practice. But whenever I am going outside, that maybe once a week, then I am not trying to again deprive myself. When I go out, then I have indulge in whatever I want, whatever I like. I do not say that I will not have this, I will not have this. So whenever I'm going out, I'm having the best meal or whatever I love, whether it is tasty, healthy, unhealthy, I do not care. If I am out, then I'm indulging totally. But in the house, there is no such junk food which is kept, so that on a regular basis I can have healthy food. Now, coming to indulgence, again, there is no compromise as far as occasions and festivities and celebrations are concerned. Those are time of feastings. I have even posted earlier on that during feast times, during celebrations, during festivities, I do not restrict myself from anything. Whatever comes on the way, whatever has been cooked in the house, whatever has come from anyone else, from a relative, or we go out, or whatever it is, I do not stop myself from indulging in those items. So these are the small habits that will make a lifestyle rather than a so-called diet. I don't know if I've been able to make you people happy, those who are asking me for my diet, whether it is as per expectations or not. But I am not in favor of any diet, as it is, first of all, gives a negative impression, and second of all, it means that you are on something which is temporary, and hence you will never get permanent results. So try to make habits, small habits. Whatever I've done, this is not overnight that I've done, it's over a period of time that I've inculcated each habit. Take one habit, develop it, make it a part of your lifestyle, move on to another habit, and this way slowly you will see that you have a whole lifestyle which is in place for you. So guys, I hope this would be insightful for you and helpful for you in any way. And that is what my diet is, and that is what my lifestyle is about eating habits. Great. Thanks a lot for listening and watching. Until we meet again, do throw your questions. Your questions I would love to answer. So this is a part of someone's question only. So I have made this video to answer that question. So if you have any questions, you can throw it on our group or on my social media platform, and I will try to answer it. Great. Thanks a lot. And till we meet again, be happy, be healthy, and be safe. Thank you so much.